Well, what do you got to say today? Unbelievable, huh? Unbelievable what's going on in our society. This is Controlled Chaos. I'm Gary Garver here on KCAA Radio. I'm sure everybody knows by now what happened in Thousand Oaks last night. And it's really disturbing. How many times do we got to go through this? Was it every week, every 2 weeks? And it's just such random acts of insane violence for no apparent reason. I mean, 2 weeks ago, people were praying. Last night, they were just dancing. Thousand Oaks is the third safest city in the United States. I grew up out there. I grew up in Westlake Village. My dad bought a house there on the island in Westlake. Back in 1977. There was nothing out there. We had to go to Thousand Oaks to go to Taco Bell. That's how desolate Agora and Westlake was. Me and my buddies would pile into my car and drive out to Taco Bell on Thousand Oaks Boulevard to go to Taco Bell because there was only a McDonald's off of Canaan Road there. There was nothing out there. This borderline, it's hard to speak today, man. I mean, it's so disturbing. Borderline opened about 25 years ago. I've been there maybe once or twice. Back when it first opened, this was like in the, early 90s when it first opened. And I just went and played golf there last week out in Thousand Oaks at Los Robles Golf Course, which was off of Moore Park Road. I went left off the freeway, and Borderline is to the right off of Moore Park Road. And I just don't understand what the hell's going on in our society, man. I just don't get it. Well, I do get it. People are very disturbed about everything nowadays. We have we just have no contact with each other anymore. There's no one-on-one contact. Even with my friends, my good friends. I mean, friends that I consider like some of my best friends, I don't talk to them. I don't get into detail about my life. Everything's just sort of on the fringe. There's no heart-to-heart talks anymore with anybody. Maybe with your parents or your children, loved ones, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is. Maybe those people you talk to in real terms, but most people do not talk to each other in real terms at all. And these things happen. This is what happens in our society, is that we're so detached from one another because of social media, of the hatred that's being spewed throughout our country. It's really sad. I mean, it's very sad. And I've talked about this all the time. I mean, it's nothing new. It just hit back in now it hit right here at home, right where I grew up. I mean, these kids were just out there dancing, having a good time, celebrating birthdays, celebrating a night out from studying in college, hanging out. And this guy comes in here. He was an ex-Marine. His name is, they have it, I don't know if they have it screwed up or not. One of them says David Ian Long, and the other one says Ian David Long. I don't know which exactly. He went by Ian Long, I guess. The guy was 28 years old, former Marine, supposedly had PTSD, mental health issues. And this is what's going on in our society. Guess what? There's no mental health facilities anymore. The government, the state government, the federal government has no mental health facilities. They have no help for the mentally ill, okay? I guess the authorities came out to his house. He lived in Newberry Park. Very nice, quiet little community right outside of Thousand Oaks and Westlake Village and Camarillo. They're all lumped together. They came out there in April because I guess he was freaking out about something. Who knows? He was disturbing the peace. And the cops came out there, and then I guess they had some mental health officials come out there to check him out. And they didn't put him under a 72-hour watch, which is a 5150. You're going to hear this word 5150 a lot. A 5150 is when somebody is taken into custody for 72 hours. They put him on a 72-hour hold and evaluate his mental health. Okay, that's what a 5150 is. And then they release, usually after 72 hours, they will release him back to his home or whatever. If he's really freaking out, then the court may do something and hold him over a little bit time longer. But they brought him out there. They brought the mental health officials out there to his home in Newberry Park in April and determined that he didn't need a 5150. Okay? The guy was suffering from PTSD. He was an ex-Marine. He fought for our country. And now he went and killed 12 innocent people, including a sheriff that was on the job for 29 years, Ron Hellis. On the job for 29 years. He was a sheriff. He was going to retire next year. And he walked right into a hell of gunfire. God bless him. Probably saved a lot of lives. I'm sure he's up in heaven, getting the gold ticket from the Lord. But I just don't get what's going on here, man, in our society. I mean, I'm sure we're going to find out, somebody pissed him off there. Maybe it was a bouncer he ran into. I guess he got assaulted back in 2015 at another nightclub out there in Thousand Oaks. Who knows if that had anything to do with it? Maybe he went to this bar before and somebody got thrown out there. Who knows what went down? We really don't know right now, but 11 innocent kids, sounds like all kids got shot, and then the one deputy, or sheriff, sergeant, I should say, Ron Hellis, was shot. Why? And we're going to say, oh, well, the Second Amendment, the NRA, and blah, blah, blah. Well, the guy had a semi-automatic handgun, okay? You know how I feel about guns and semi-automatic weapons and, the right to bear arms and the Second Amendment and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Let me just ask you something. Our forefathers that wrote the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, do you think if they knew what was going on in our society, these cats wouldn't change the Second Amendment? You don't think Thomas Jefferson or George Washington or John Adams or James Monroe or James Madison, John Hancock, Benjamin Franklin, you don't think they would go, hey, something's wrong here. Maybe we should tweak the Second Amendment just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, everybody's going to say, well, the bad guys are always going to get guns. The bad guys are always going to get them one way or the other. There's no way to stop it. Well, you know what? It's like odds, like winning the lotto. There's odds. You have a 1 to billion chance of winning the lotto. But you lessen the odds if you put some sort of gun control here. And the House of Representatives, the Congress should be ashamed of themselves, and the NRA should be ashamed of themselves for not being able to do something about this. They always talk the good talk, but never walk the walk. They talk the talk as usual, but don't walk the walk. And it's just disturbing what's going on here, man. I mean, I'm starting, I have been for the last year because of all these shootings happening. I'm always like looking around. I'm cautious. Like, do I want to go to this event? I just went to a Halloween party in Hollywood a couple weeks ago, and there was probably 300 people there dressed in costumes. And I was thinking, somebody could just walk right in here because there was no security. Oh, there's somebody at the door. Big deal. They have no way of stopping somebody. Security has no way. These security people have no way of stopping anybody. I don't care if they have a gun or not. They're not going to stop somebody from shooting up a club or a school or a synagogue or a church or, anything. Okay? And I was thinking, man, somebody could just walk in right now and blow away a bunch of people. And it can happen. And now what is it? We can't go anywhere anymore. We're not going to be able to you're going to be cautious and worried about going anywhere, to dinner, to a movie, to pray, to school. This is what's going on, man. What the F? What's wrong? What are the answers? Are there answers? What are the answers? I mean, I really want to just get the hell away from our society. I really do. I want to cocoon myself and get the hell away from everybody, because this is insane, man. And if it happened in Thousand Oaks, the third safest city in our country. I mean, seriously, there was like 6 off-duty police officers at this club, and they couldn't stop it. Okay, I mean, nobody's going to be able to stop this stuff. Why is this happening? What is wrong with our society that this is almost acceptable now? It's not acceptable. It should never be acceptable. And our leaders have to do something about this, man. This is why we vote them in. And our country is so effing divided that nothing is going to get done again. And this is going to happen again in 2 or 3 weeks. Where's it going to happen next? Is it going to happen at a restaurant, a sushi place, when you go out to an outdoor concert, an event? I mean, a supermarket? Where's the next mass shooting going to be? A department store? Where's the next one? Because now it's acceptable. And it's really disgusting, man. It's really disgusting and sick. We got to do – there's 2 things we need to do in our society. Help the mentally ill, okay, and do something about the Second Amendment. Remember when the Second Amendment was written, they were using muskets. There was no semi-automatic weapons. They had to load in and pack in some gunpowder, and shove it down there into the rifle and then shoot. And then another minute later, pack another one. It wasn't like rapid fire. I mean, and when people say, ask our founding fathers about it. F you, man. F you. It's not about that. And our founding fathers would be disgusted by our Congress and by the National Rifle Association. They are disgusting souls that are just sellouts. They're effing sellouts. And we need to do something about this, because next time it could be your family member that gets shot. You know what? I'm not wishing anybody ill will at all. But the NRA, have they had any of their family members shot in a mass shooting? Has any people in Congress had their family members shot in a mass shooting? Because maybe that would change their mind a little bit. Maybe that would change their mind about gun laws. And mental health. This is one of the sickest things in our society that, and I've had Herb Smith on my radio show before. He's the president of the Los Angeles Mission. I'm going to try to get him on next week. They do not help the homeless either. Our federal government gives $0 $0 to homeless shelters. 0. Even our state government doesn't do it. Luckily, we passed a couple. I was going to talk about the propositions today. I was going to talk about me actually getting a smartphone. I lost my flip phone on the golf course. It must have been forewarned. I was playing golf at Simi Hills yesterday, which is not that far from Thousand Oaks in the shooting. It's about 20 minutes, and I lost my phone on the golf course, so I went and got a smartphone and a flip phone. Now I got 2 phones. I was going to talk about that today. I was going to talk about the Robert Mueller investigation wrapping up. I was going to talk about Jeff Sessions getting fired by Trump. But how can you talk about any of this stuff when this insanity is going on and on and on, and now it's hitting our backyard? And I'm just really sad for all those people, all those kids that got shot, the families waiting to find out if their kids got shot and killed. What the hell's wrong with us, man? What the hell's wrong with this human race? It's sad, man. I want to just disappear. I really do. I want to go to Nowhere Island where no one can find me. All right, it is Controlled Chaos. We'll be back with more of the, I don't know. I don't even know what to do now. I do. We'll talk more about it.
10:50 a.m.
Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you always tired and worn out? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study of your sleep patterns. With their trained specialists, they will diagnose your sleep habits and will give you a prognosis for getting a great, relaxing night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including Fontana, and will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. South Pacific Sleep Lab will give you the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To find out more, give them a call at 844-SAD-5050. That's 844-SAD-5050. South Pacific Sleep Lab. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, most people have been watching the stock market go up, up, and up. There's one problem. When you get out, most people don't get out in time. Well, I've solved that. With my video stock program, I pick the stock, put it on the video, tell you when to get in and when to get out. Join my video program.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
This is Judge Herb Dodell, and our show is called For the People. It's available every Monday at 4 o'clock, from 4 to 5, and we'll be talking about all kinds of things pertaining to the law and how it really works from the inside as opposed to the outside. So tune in and learn all you need to know about the legal system and how it works.
I'm Jim O'Hare. I'm here to help raise awareness for CADASIL, a genetic disorder that affects 1 in 25,000 people. CADASIL can cause strokes in young adults, leading to memory loss and dementia. Patients may experience migraines with aura and mood disorders as early as 20 years old. Presently, CADASIL is being underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed as MS or some other neurological disorder. So please visit curecadasil.org and learn more about this devastating disease and learn what you can do to help find a cure.
Does a Bush in the White House make you nervous?
No. We've had a Bush in the White House. He didn't do too badly.
Do you think Hollywood discriminated against Halle Berry?
Do I think Hollywood discriminates? Does Holly work in Hollywood?
Did Hollywood discriminate against Halle Berry?
Answer my question. Does Holly work in Hollywood?
Yes, she does.
I don't think she discriminates then.
Have you ever left the scene of an accident?
Not one I'll admit to.
Would you ever do full frontal nudity in a movie?
Absolutely.
You ever had a gay experience?
Huh?
Have you ever had a gay experience?
Have you ever had a gay experience?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Morgan.
Leaving no listeners behind. KCAA.
Gary Garver, Jew of the... what can we say that's not going to piss him off? Never mind.
Oh, well. It is Controlled Chaos on a cloudy Thursday morning here in LA, which is good. A little somber day today. You know, I like doing fun shows and just screwing around and stuff like that. But on a day today, like today, I woke up. It's weird because I woke up at like 4:30 this morning. Well, my cat Caesar was popping me in the face. Whenever he's hungry, he climbs up on my bed and then whacks me in the face with his paw. He's a big cat, so when he hits me, I feel it. So I usually just like toss him aside or whatever. But today he was really hungry. Like 4:30 this morning, he must have sensed something going on because usually he wakes me up about 7 or 7:30. So I got up because he hit me like 3 or 4 times, like, all right, Caesar, I'll feed you. And then I turned on the TV and I saw this, what happened at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks. And I'm like, oh, God. Just, oh, God, really? And I don't know. It's just, it's a sad thing. It's just a really sad thing that's going on. A lot of young people lost their lives. And then this Sergeant Ron Hellis, who had been a sheriff out there in Ventura County for 29 years, ran in there and lost his life. I guess he was talking to his wife on the phone before he got the call and said, "Hey, honey, I got to go. I got a call," and that was it. So at least he got to say sort of goodbye to her in a, I don't know, strange way, I guess you would say it. 150 to 200 people were at the bar at the time, college kids. I guess you can get in this bar at 18. You can't drink, but I guess, usually you have to go to a bar, you have to be 21, but I guess this bar allows 18 and over. And so a lot of young kids were there. It was called College Country Night. Isn't that weird that this is like the second mass shooting in a country event? The other one was in Vegas. Remember that one where 50 people got killed? I don't know what it is about country. Maybe I don't think there's anything about country. I just think it's just weird. Just weird. And this guy was, like I said, a former Marine, possibly had a PTSD, and he lived in Newbury Park, I guess, with his mom, drove his mom's car to the Borderline bar, and just walked in and just shot the security guard first, then shot the cashier, and then opened fire on the people that were dancing, having a good time, just dancing. I love dancing. I think dancing is one of the best things you can do. It releases a lot of tension and stress and stuff like that. And just opened fire on him for no reason. And, I guess, he had this semi-automatic handgun. I didn't even know you had semi-automatic handguns. And then, I guess he had to pull a clip out. He threw smoke bombs. I mean, he dressed in black. Just why? Why would you do that, man? I mean, why do people just like break? I don't know. I mean, you're I'm not saying he was mentally stable, but what breaks you? Don't you talk to somebody before you're going to go do something like this? Don't you say, "Hey, man," don't you talk to your mom and say, "Mom, I'm tripping out. I'm losing my mind. This something." These people don't say anything. They just do it. And it's happening all the time. It's just, sorry to be such a bummer today, but I know everybody's talking about it. But I have to talk about it. It's something you have to talk about today, because it's hitting home again. It's hitting right down where I used to live, where I grew up, and I just wish there was something we could do about it. Is there a solution here? I mean, I posted on Facebook about, if you want to call in, I never take calls, but if you want to call in, 818-850-7784, 818-850-7784. If you have a solution. I don't think there is a solution, but a friend of mine just Facebooked me, because I posted on Facebook, and he said everybody should have guns. And listen, man, I don't want to own a gun, man. I have no desire to own a gun. I never have owned a gun. I've shot a gun. My dad used to have a .22, and we'd go out to the, Mojave Desert or wherever and go shoot cans, I mean, that's what we did. And we did it maybe 2 or 3 times while I was growing up. I had a BB gun. I used to like having a BB gun and a pellet gun, but we shot at targets. We'd put like targets up on, on a wooden, 2x4 and shoot the targets. We never shot like animals or, or anything like that. I mean, no. I mean, so I've shot guns before, but I have no desire to own a gun. I just have no desire. So I don't want to own a gun. So when he says like everybody should be able to carry a handgun, really? So let's say you're carrying a handgun. Let's say you let everybody carry, because we get this excuse too. Let everybody carry a handgun. Okay, that'll make everybody safer. So let's just say you're carrying a handgun, and you go in to a bar or restaurant or whatever, and you get into a little argument with somebody over something stupid. God knows whatever it might be. You took the person's seat, or like Alec Baldwin, you took his parking space. Okay, do you want that person that you're arguing with to have a gun and be able to blow you away and just snap? It takes a second to snap out. It takes 1 second to snap out, and then you go, "Oh, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking." But it's too late. It's too late. So I don't want everybody to own a handgun or be able to carry a handgun. I don't want to carry one. I would never carry one. I would never own a gun. So, I mean, something's got to be done with this stuff. I'm not saying take the Second Amendment away and all that. If you want to own a gun, own a gun. I don't care. You know? But something has to be done, man. There has to be some legislation done here. And for the mentally ill. I mean, there's so many people that are mentally ill. How many people are dropping dead from opiates? You know how much big pharma and the medical profession is making on opiates, prescribing opiates? And how many people are dropping dead? I just had a friend 2 weeks ago. She was like in her 30s. In fact, when I got my new phone, they gave me a contact list from like 10 years ago, and her number is on there right now. I was thumbing through it, and I was like, none of these numbers I use anymore, and then I saw her name on there, Tara Phillips. She OD'd, probably accidentally, from opiates. What is going on with our society? And these guys are making billions of dollars. These lobbyists and this Congress and all these legislatures making billions, and the medical professionals. I really do believe, and I swear to God, I have no proof of it, but I do believe that doctors get kickbacks from big pharmaceutical companies to prescribe these drugs to their patients. There's no doubt in my mind this is happening. Now, I have no proof, but there's no doubt in my mind that big pharma is paying off the medical profession to prescribe this crap. Okay? Because it's crap. And then they get hooked. People get hooked. And then they go underground and they take this stuff called fentanyl. And this stuff, fentanyl, sounds like it's poisonous, man. I guess it's stronger than like heroin and opium. And they're getting it on the black market. And then they're dropping dead from it. I mean, Tom Petty had it in his system. That guy, Mac Miller, had it in his system. People are dropping dead from this stuff. So it's insane, man. I mean, our world is insane. It's what the hell happened, man? I mean, what the hell? What twist and turn has happened in the 21st century? Because this is like a 21st century phenomenon. I mean, there were some mass shootings once in a blue moon. I mean, you never heard about them in the 80s and 90s, really. I mean, maybe occasionally. It really started with with those two idiots in Colorado, those two kids that shot up the high school, Columbine. Okay, and I asked Charlton Heston about it. Remember, I got that interview. Maybe I'll play it again today. Where he says, "Talk to the founding fathers." I wish I could, Charlton Heston. I wish I could, because I guarantee you, our founding fathers would go, "What the hell did we do? What the hell did we prescribe? How are people taking our words literally and taking them out of context? How did they get a hold of these semi-automatic weapons? I mean, come on, man. They used muskets when they wrote the Second Amendment, man. Okay, I can't state it enough. I can't state this enough. It's just insane when they use that connotation of the founding fathers. F you. I'm speaking for George Washington right now, and Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, and Benjamin Franklin, and James Madison to the NRA. F you. Don't take our words the way you're using them. Do not take the Second Amendment the way we wrote it and you use it. Okay, do not do that. I'm speaking for the founding fathers, okay? I'm channeling them right now. God, I wanted to talk about my smartphone and my new phone, but no reason to today. It's a sad day, man. It's a sad day in our society. It's hit the Southern California area now. And what's the next one? Am I going to get shot at Target today by going in there and buying some boxers or some shoes? Am I going to go to Ralph's and get shot up going and buying some food? I mean, that's how. Are we going to put metal detectors everywhere now? Maybe that's the solution. Put metal detectors before you walk in anywhere. And then, you know what? These a-holes will go out and shoot up the parking lot instead. It's insane. All right, we'll be back after this.
Uncontrolled chaos. Gary Garver and Chicka Jones are out of their flipping minds.
It only works if all the little cogs mesh.
10:50 a.m. KCAA.
This is Chicka Jones. If you missed any part of the show, go back and check it out on iHeartRadio.
This is Gary Garver, and I've written a book called Radio Blows. It's all about my career in the radio business, my time with the Howard Stern Show, and celebrity interviews, my top 10 cool celebrities and my top 10 uncool celebrities. Here's a sample of a couple cool ones and a couple uncool ones.
Make a citizen's arrest on me?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this stuff here.
Yeah?
All right, I'm holding you. Call, get the marshal.
Get the marshal?
We'll see who's wrong. We'll see who's wrong.
Get the marshal right now?
We'll see who's wrong.
Are you one of the scary morning people who are going to ask horrible things? You got that look. Are you?
Do I have that look?
You do. You got the look like, watch me do something I would have in second grade.
If you're forced into gay sex, who would you choose?
I don't get forced into anything.
Thanks a lot, Jack. If you were on a desert island and you had a choice of making love to Pamela Lee or Janet Reno, who would you choose?
That's a question I don't want to answer because my wife might be listening to the show.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, Radio Blows, available now on Amazon, Amazon.com, and Kindle. Radio Blows. If you want to get in the radio business or find out the inner workings of radio, it's a must-read book.
I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, most people have been watching the stock market go up, up, and up. There's one problem. When you get out, most people don't get out in time. Well, I've solved that. With my video stock program, I pick the stock, put it on the video, tell you when to get in and when to get out. Join my video program.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you always tired and worn out? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study of your sleep patterns. With their trained specialists, they will diagnose your sleep habits and will give you a prognosis for getting a great, relaxing night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including Fontana, and will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. South Pacific Sleep Lab will give you the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To find out more, give them a call at 844-SAD-5050. That's 844-SAD-5050. South Pacific Sleep Lab. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
How are you, sir?
How are you?
Good. I may go to hell for this, but I got to ask you these questions for my job, okay?
Yes. You go ahead. Ask anything.
Does getting a Nobel Prize help you pick up girls?
More than that. I mean, there must be thousands.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Have you ever smoked pot?
No.
Never?
No.
And is it okay to have sex wearing a condom?
Not wearing a condom?
Wearing one.
Oh, I mean, I would be appalled if anyone did not practice safe sex. And so, as they say, the ABC, huh?
What's that?
ABC, abstain. If you can't abstain, be faithful, and when you have sex, condomize. ABC.
Thank you, sir. Hey, happy birthday.
God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
This is the Gary Garver Show. If you're not listening to Gary, you.
That was Bishop Desmond Tutu. You must condomize. I agree with you 100%. Bishop. We need more people like you out there in our society. All right, it is Control Chaos. I'm Gary Garver. And yes, I did lose my phone on the golf course yesterday. I don't know how I did. I didn't call anybody. But I did smoke a lot of weed yesterday because the play was so slow. and I was playing with this guy that was so effing slow that it just sort of like ruined my whole day. Because when you're playing golf, you get locked into people that you've never met. Usually, you sit there for 4 hours and play 4 or 5 hours and play with somebody, and you never see them again. You play with them, you're hanging out with them for 4 or 5 hours. Somebody, a complete stranger, and then you end up never seeing them again. So I got stuck with this guy, and he was like one of the slowest players. And he was a young dude. He wasn't an old dude. He was a young dude. He was one of the slowest players I ever played with, and it just like ruined my day. So I ended up smoking a lot of weed because normally I only take like 1 or 2 hits, But yesterday I took about 10, and I must have taken my phone out or something like that because I don't know how I lost my flip phone, but I lost my phone out on the golf course, and I had to go and get a new phone, which I did. So I finally kicked down. And got myself a smartphone. Now it's in the box because I also got a flip phone, so I have 2 phones now. I actually have 2 phones for no apparent reason because I don't make that many calls. But I like my flip. I like the flip phone because I feel safe with the flip phone, and I don't mind losing this because it doesn't cost a whole lot of money for it. Though I got to call Verizon and ask them why they're charging me $5 a month for my flip phone, and how long they're going to charge me $5 a month for the phone. I got to get, because I sort of just got one. But I did get a smartphone. It's in the box still. I'm got to get one of my friends to help me program it because I guess you got to program it, and then I got to get a Gmail account and all this crapola. But I do want it because then I can do Facebook Live so you guys can actually watch me while I do the show and ask me questions on Facebook Live while I'm doing the Control Chaos radio show. I can use it for Uber. So when I want to go party, I don't drink and drive, which I'd never do anyways, but when I do drive, I don't drink. So I want to be able to have that option of partying a little bit, having a good time and not having to worry about driving. And for photos and stuff like that, I guess you can videotape, do video and audio and all this other good stuff. So I'm going to have to learn the whole thing and do apps and stuff like that. So I did actually kick down and get a smartphone yesterday. So I was going to talk all about that today, but after what happened last night, it sort of curtailed it, I should say. Also wanted to talk a little bit about the state measures. At least we did a couple things for people with mental illness. We voted on Proposition 2, homes for people with mental illness, which we won 61% to 38%. Thank God. And affordable homes for veterans. That's awesome, too. That passed. Proposition 1 passed by 54% to 45%. But one thing I didn't pass, or a couple of them that sort of upset me, is that we rejected the gas tax. So we're going to be paying up the yin-yang for gas still. I don't know how it did not pass. They hoodwinked whoever voted no against it by saying, well, the roads will crumble down and our infrastructure will crumble and blah, blah, blah. No, the federal government's going to be taking care of that, and the marijuana tax is going to be taking care of our infrastructure and our roads. Okay, you idiots? So we didn't need a gas tax. We're going to get it through the federal government and the marijuana tax, but it lost 55% to 44% or 45%. Come on, people. That was stupid. You got hoodwinked because big businesses probably called you. I know they called people and said, hey, man, don't vote on this because it's not good for the economy, and, we'll never get the roads fixed, and you're going to have potholes all over the place. And like, no, you're not. No, you're not. All right. But anyways, it didn't pass. And then the other one that didn't pass, which is sort of upsetting to me because I'm 55, two other ones that sort of upset me. The rent control. California's proposal to strengthen rent control got lost to 61% to 39%. And yet last night they had a big protest somewhere at some realty company. There was a lot of protesters out there pissed off about how it lost. And it lost big, like by 20 points. I was like, how did that one lose so big? Rent control. I mean, I own a home in Palm Springs, but still, I'm for rent control because these leasing companies can charge you whatever they want. Okay, if they don't like you, they'll stick you for $400 or $500, and guess what? If you don't pay it, you got to move. So there you go. And the other one I didn't dig losing was Proposition 5 because I'm 55. Voters want to expand property tax savings for older homeowners. So you're stuck. The elderly are stuck where they live now and can't move. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of California. I want to get the hell out of here. Leave me alone. They didn't pass it. Damn it. All right. So, anyways, those are some of the propositions. That did and didn't pass. Also, the other one, a couple of Proposition 7 allows changes to daylight savings time. Thank God, 60% to 40%. So we're going to change our daylight savings time here in California. And Proposition 8, controlled dialysis center charges. That was no. I voted no on that. And the one for the children's hospitals, that passed 60% to 40%. So that was basically the breakdown of our propositions. And some good things happened. And then I'm sort of stunned about the rent control and the gas tax. So there you go. I don't know who's calling me right now, but I don't even know how to operate my phone. Even it's a flip phone, I don't know how to operate it. Let's see. I don't know. Somebody's calling me. It's probably a friend of mine, because I told my friends I had to hit them up on Facebook and on emails because I don't have contacts. I don't have anybody's number anymore because all my contacts are from like 10 years ago. Anyways, it is what it is. All right. Also, I guess the Robert Mueller investigation is wrapping up. They're saying that Robert Mueller's team has begun writing its final report in the Russia probe. Thank God. Finally. Maybe this is the cause of our chaos, of our complete chaos in our society, is this Mueller investigation's been going on since Trump took the presidency. Okay? Maybe this is part of the problem, that there's just so much anger and stress and chaos going on that people are flipping out. People are losing their mind. Once it wraps up, maybe things will get better. And by the way, Donald Trump has no idea what he's in for, because now all like the committees in the House of Representatives are going to be chaired by people that hate Trump and that Trump hates, like Maxine Waters, like Adam Schiff, like Elijah Cummings. They're all going to chair these committees that can look into Trump and his financial dealings, all his dealings, man, all his dealings. It's going to be crazy, man. He has no idea what he's in for. This is going to be total chaos. Maybe I should start calling the show Total Chaos, because it is total chaos in our society. Also, CNN's Jim Acosta, I guess, got his press pass taken away. I know how you feel, Jim. When I used to go to the red carpet events for the Howard Stern Show, out of probably 500 events, I got my press pass taken away about 150 times. So don't feel bad. But I guess Trump is sick of Jim Acosta and CNN, so they took away his press pass. You're a bad boy, Jim Acosta. We're going to take away your press pass. Whatever. So anyways, I thought, I wonder if the Fox News and all these news companies will stand up for Jim Acosta, because it's freedom of the press, right? Freedom of the press. And also this guy has vandalized Trump's walk. Did you know that Donald Trump had a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? I had no idea about this until yesterday, where I saw this guy. He basically took a pickaxe to Donald Trump's star on Hollywood Boulevard, totally pulverized it. And, of course, he got arrested. His name is Austin Clay. He's 24. Basically, he pleaded no contest to one felony count of vandalism, causing more than $400 in damage, prosecutors said. He was sentenced on the spot to 1 day in county jail, which he already served with his arrest, as well as 20 days of community labor and 3 years of probation. He also has to pay the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce $9,000 to replace the star for Trump. So I guess Trump's going to get his star back on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I wonder if Donald Trump will come back and unveil the star like all these stars and celebrities do. They unveil their stars and they have a big party. I wonder if Donald Trump's going to come back and unveil his star here in Hollywood. Has Donald Trump even stepped foot in California since his election for president? I don't think he's even came to California once. I think one time maybe he came to California. But I don't think he's even stepped. Remember Obama used to come to California all the time, and there'd be road closures left and right, and you're like, oh, geez, Obama's here, and these roads are closed. Well, the good thing about Trump, at least he doesn't come to California and close our roads, right, and our highways. That's one good thing about him, all right? It is Controlled Chaos. I'm Gary Garver, back with more chaos on a very sad day here in Southern California. Very, very sad day. All right, we're back after this.
This is a 60-minute Ride and Think Along radio show with two guys that think personal responsibility is mandatory. Grown-ups shouldn't be able to get their feelings hurt with mere words. Elected officials should work for common people. Good morning, San Bernardino and the world. It's Controlled Chaos. Controlled Chaos. Controlled Chaos. Controlled Chaos. Controlled Chaos. Controlled Chaos.
I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, most people have been watching the stock market go up, up, and up. There's one problem. When you get out, most people don't get out in time. Well, I've solved that. With my video stock program, I pick the stock, put it on the video, tell you when to get in and when to get out. Join my video program.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you always tired and worn out? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study of your sleep patterns. With their trained specialists, they will diagnose your sleep habits and will give you a prognosis for getting a great relaxing night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including Fontana, and will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. South Pacific Sleep Lab will give you the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To find out more, give them a call at 844-SAD-5050. That's 844-SAD-5050. South Pacific Sleep Lab. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
How you doing, Dennis?
Hey, how are you? What's happening?
If Jesus was at this event, what would you say to him?
If Jesus was at this event, what would I say to him?
Yes.
Hi. Yeah, what would I say to him?
How do you think Bush will be remembered as president?
I have no idea. Boy, these are tough questions.
How have you changed the world?
How would I change the world?
How have you changed the world?
Have I changed the world? Well, I don't know, man. Like, you know, I think it's just sailing along. You know?
Have you ever had any cosmetic surgery?
No. No.
Can you please spell your name?
Can I spell my name? D-E-N-N-I-S, capital L-E-E, capital H-O-P-P-E-R.
How much blame did the Jews? How much blame do the Jews deserve for the writers' strike?
Oh man, I mean a lot.
Really? I love you, Dennis.
Okay, brother.
The man that Howard Stern fired and said he would never work in radio again. That's right. It's the second coming of Gary Garver.
I used to be such a sweet, sweet thing till they got a hold of me. I opened doors for little old ladies. I helped the blind.
All right, it's Controlled Chaos. KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. And I'm sure everybody knows about what happened in Thousand Oaks, but if you don't, just waking up or listening or whatever, some guy, some nut, some ex-Marine who had a mental illness, someone's calling him a nut because he did fight for our country, and God knows what happens when you go fight for our country and what you see, what you witness. A disturbed individual, I'd call him, shot up a bar in Thousand Oaks called the Borderline, which I had gone to a couple times many, many, many years ago. And 11 people were killed, along with a Sergeant Ron Hellis, who was going to retire at the end of next year. 29 years as a cop. Imagine being a cop for 29 years and going through all this craziness, and you've got like 1 year left till you retire, and then this happens. And then the guy who's the sheriff, I don't know if he's a Ventura County sheriff or whatever, but today was actually his last day on the job. The guy who's speaking, you know, doing all the news conferences, this is his last day as as the leader of the sheriff's department. Imagine that. I mean, this is just going to scar him the rest of his life too. It's going to scar so many people. The stories, we really don't know about who was shot, and the stories, and I'm sure the names will be coming out, you know, in the next few hours or days or whatever. And just sad. I don't know what to say. It's just a sad state of affairs in our society, and I don't want to be a downer, man. I hate being a downer, but man, it's just so disturbing. It's crazy. It's just there's no rhyme or reason for these shootings, and they're being acceptable now in our society. We got to stop accepting this stuff, and Congress has to do something about it. I mean, we have to do something about this. We really do. And I don't know the answer. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows the answer. It's some. I mean, you know, there's a couple answers that we can do. Help the people with mental illnesses. Help them get help. Okay, government, our federal government, our state government, help the mentally ill get help. Okay, A, and B, let's do something about the gun laws. There has to be some sort of middle ground here. Don't take away the guns. Not saying this would stop it, and I'm not saying that one of these incidents wouldn't happen if we had stricter gun laws. But the chances diminish. The odds diminish. And as a gambler, I know about odds. The odds diminish if we have stricter gun laws. And that's all I'm saying about that. It's just too much. It's just too much violence going on in our society, too much hatred. I talked about it yesterday with Vinny Cesare on the show about the hatred between the parties, the Republicans and Democrats and all that. And me and Vinny had a very great conversation. Vinny is a full Trump supporter. You know me, I'm not really a Trump supporter, but I heard his point of view, and he heard my point of view. And this is what we need to do in our society. We need to communicate with each other. And I think social media has completely destroyed our communication skills. It really has. I don't care what anybody says. It's completely destroyed our communication skills. And it's sad. And we got to turn this around. You know, we really got to turn this around sooner or later, because it's out of control. It's out of control. All right, God bless you guys. Hug your loved ones. Call them, tell them you love them. Tell them what they mean to you. All right, God bless.
Everywhere is freaks and harris, dykes and fairies. Tell me where the sanity. Tax the rich, feed the poor. Till there are no rich no more. I love to change the world, but I don't know what to do. So I leave it up to you. Population keeps on bleeding, nation bleeding, still more bleeding. Life is funny, skies are sunny,